This is one that I've been doing a lot of research on, and I've actually been dealing with some clients I'm working with that have this issue. And I think this is a bigger one than you might think, and I think we're going to start hearing more and more about this. EMF, magnetic frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies, cell phones, cell towers, computers, laptops, cordless phones, anything wireless, all this technology. Because this stuff confuses the living heck out of the body. I have a client, and hopefully he doesn't mind sharing this, but he works on computers for a living. That's what he does. He's always got 2 cell phones in his pocket. He literally can't go to the restroom without having his cell phone with him and playing with it. Okay? He has so many allergies and so many food sensitivities, it is absolutely mind-boggling. He actually went to get a test to see what he's allergic to, and he had pages and pages and pages of all the things he's allergic to. And it was just out of control, the amount of things he's allergic to. His body is so confused that it doesn't know heads or tails what's entering his body. He doesn't know if it's something that's good for him, if it's bad for him, if it's food, if it's a foreign invader, if it's not. And everything that enters his body, it's just a crapshoot. And if he doesn't eat absolutely perfectly 100% clean, he has a reaction to everything that goes into his body. And it's caused by this. So, like I said, you're going to hear more and more about
How
this.
do you determine that it's caused by that? Do you give him some tests or some...
Well,
just because you know his lifestyle, or
because
what?
I know his lifestyle and it was so extreme, and he comes in here all the time and gets colonics. He's done colonics, he's done cleanses, he's done the elimination diet. He's been avoiding dairy and gluten and these things for forever, you know, and nothing's helping him. Nothing's working. So when we discovered this,
kind of like a process of elimination.
And partly process of elimination, exactly. And I wish it would have dawned on me sooner, especially knowing what he did, you know. But at the same time, I didn't realize that it could have that much of an effect on the body. I've heard stories. I was telling somebody about this, and somebody was telling me about a child who almost died. His dad was a stockbroker or something, and in his house he had just computers, you know, like 10 computer screens, tons of cell phones and things like that, because he was always trading stocks and doing all that, and his baby was right there in the room with him. Almost killed the baby.
Oh my God.
And when they took the baby away from all the computers and everything like that, he healed very quickly. Yeah. So it just I'm trying to think of a good way to explain it. You remember back in the day, I remember when I was a kid, when we were trying to tune in our TV to get it work right, and you had the antennas, and you had the aluminum, you'd put it on the end of the antenna, okay? The purpose of that was to ground it, okay? And the grounding of it created a clear signal. Otherwise it was bzzz, all kinds of crazy noise and things like that. That's the same thing that happens in our bodies. And it totally throws the communication between our cells off, so it doesn't know what to do with itself. So by grounding ourselves, and that's one of the first things I had him do, is he's spending an hour minimum on the earth barefoot. Because the largest way to overcome all those positive ions that are coming into our body and confusing it is with negative ions. The largest negative ion source in the earth is the earth itself. And it's because of our major disconnect from nature. Were you guys here when we were talking about the thyroid? We were talking the energy class? Any of you guys here?
Yes.
Okay. Remember we were talking about the thyroid? I was talking about the thyroid and how it has such a positive charge, and it attracts, a negative charge, and it affects all these positive ions. Like electromagnetic frequencies is going to be one of the big things that's going to throw off the thyroid, which is going to affect your metabolism, which is going to affect your digestion, which is going to affect everything. There have been studies done that show that people that reconnect with the earth, in other words, ground themselves back into the earth on a daily basis, can cut their thyroid medication in half or better. Just because they're giving the body that that earthly element, those negative ions that correct and establish balance in the body.
But just for EMF people?
Well, anybody. I mean, we've never been more disconnected from the earth. You know, if you think about throughout history, you know, we lived on the earth, we were gardening, we were farming, we were living in grass huts or, you know, whatever. I mean, people were walking around barefoot, they lived on farms for the most part. It's only within the last 100, 150 years, Industrial Revolution, that we've created shoes with rubber soles. You know, we think we go out camping or hiking or biking and we're getting out in nature. You're still never touching the earth, if you think about it. You're either on a bike or you're on your shoes with rubber soles, and we're never connected to the earth.
Yeah, so did you guys ever see that guy running barefoot around Overland Park? I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, barefoot running is huge. It's one of the fastest growing movements in the country.
Really?
Yep, there's
And I
barefoot
think,
runners
gosh,
clubs.
How can that not be
There's
damaging?
barefoot hikers clubs. Well, it depends on what surface you're running on. If you're running on concrete, that's not good. But if you're running on the earth, if you're running on grass, if you're running on dirt,
No, he's running on the streets.
okay, yeah, that probably hurts. That would probably hurt.
But
But
it's got some calluses.
I went to the Arboretum last Sunday, and I walked for over 5 miles barefoot through the Arboretum.
Really?
Yeah, just on the paths,
On the
mulch.
concrete?
No,
Oh, on the
grass,
on the
dirt,
dirt
mulch.
path. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that'll actually strengthen your feet. You walk around barefoot for a couple hours, you'll feel your calves, your arches, you'll feel your muscles working. Because it actually strengthens your feet.
I hope you don't step on any glass or something.
Well, I hope not. But anyway, that's something you're going to see a lot more of, and that causes a lot of allergies and sensitivities in people. So reconnecting with the earth is the way to fix that. Getting on the earth barefoot, just sitting in the park, sitting in water. Why does sometimes, like, the best part of some people's day is taking a shower? Okay, you're actually grounded when you take a shower. You're actually connected to the earth because of that water hitting your body. It's connected because that water has to come from a source from the earth.